Welcome to another Horror Franchise Wednesday. This is the last one, the last prophecy movie that I'm talking about, The Forsaken. This came out the same year as Part 4, and it's written and directed by the same guy, stars the same people for the most part, and it tells the same fucking story as the first four. Now, you got this chick, she's got a book, and she has to protect the book. You got Tony Todd now, he wants that book, yada yada yada. I don't give a shit. So, uh, only two positives is that this movie is 70 minutes, so your pain and your suffering is less. And there's nudity. There's a chick in this movie, Romanian girl, full frontal, naked head to toe for quite a while. Like, she lingers on screen, and I was like, all right, this is making this a little bit more fun. But then after that, it was just back to shit. All my negatives in part 4, copy and paste right here. Same movie, same shit. Didn't like it. And the whispering in part 4 has been dialed to 11. Now, everyone's whispering. You got Tony Todd, who's whispering. Kari, who's whispering. And this guy, John Light, who's whispering. And now he sounds British. I don't remember him sounding British in part 4. Was he British? I don't know. Shows how much I pay attention. I was literally watching this movie on autopilot, not giving a fuck about what was being said because I couldn't even hear if I wanted to listen. And there's no captions. It's like they were like, oh, let's do another giant fuck you to the audience. Not only we'll make them whisper so you can't hear them, but we'll take away the option of captions away so that you're completely lost and you don't know what's being said. And then let's do even one more thing to make it worse. We'll just do bad sound editing and horrible music on top of the film that's way louder than the voices, so no matter how high you turn up the volume, the music and the background noise and the sound effects will always drown out what people say. So it doesn't matter. You can blast it 100 out of 100. You're still not going to hear a fucking word, but your neighbors will surely call the cops because your TV's way too loud. Fuck this movie. They might as well have played it in a foreign language. I seriously felt like I was watching a foreign film with no subtitles, didn't hear a goddamn word. It could have just been in German. And it would be the same thing. It'd be like, all right, I don't really understand what's going on in the plot, but I don't give a shit. You know, just hello, guten Tag, wie geht es dir? Hey, willst du einen shitty Film sehen? Ja, was empfiehlst du? Ich empfehle this film right here because it fucking blows. I don't want to talk about this movie any longer. So yeah, all my cons from part 4, copy, paste right here. Looks like shit, all of it shit. Nothing. You gain nothing from this movie. The story is very blah, and there's nothing outside of that. There's no thrills, no chills, no laughs, no gaffs that you can laugh at, like mistakes in the film. Nothing really. Just absolutely nothing to gain here. No comedy, no tension, no nothing. Fuck this movie. So when it comes to Prophecy Forsaken, this movie is wasted time. All right. Now I'm really debating if I even want to do this spoiler discussion because I just don't want to talk about this movie. But yeah, this movie opens up with a quick recap of Part 3, like Friday the 13th Part 3. They show you like the 3 to 5 minutes of the last film, and then this kid gets hit by a car, doesn't know how to look both ways before crossing the street, so she deserved it. And then the guy who hit her is just not there. Like, the whole road's empty. Where did that guy go? There's like all kinds of traffic. Now there's zero traffic. Where did everybody go? And then so yeah, driver's gone, and then we get this new lackey played by some martial artist. Why do you have a martial artist in this movie if you're not gonna have him like kick a bunch of ass or anything? So that was a miscast right there. There's no point. And then he just randomly shoots himself. He's like getting hired to go kill Kari's character, Allison. And he's like, all right, I'll do it. Yep, shoot him in the head. He's like packing his gun up and whatnot, loading it. And he's like, oh, blows his brain out. Like, him in that moment was me in my chair. Like, yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking too, buddy. I want to blow my brains out. And then we get more angel vision. This angel vision is so fucking stupid. Like, why is it in here? It's so dumb. It's like, really? That's how the angels see things? It's just blurry. It's worse than beer goggles. Like, when you were in like high school and they made you put beer goggles on and shoot hoops, that's what their vision is times 1,000. How do they see shit? It makes that one scene later on make more sense. How they lost her in that funeral, whatever. I can't speak. But you know, like when they go to that funeral, she goes to that funeral and she gets like chased by those two angels. If they have that vision, I can understand why they lost her. because, yeah. And then, yeah, she buries a decoy book in the wall. Why even do that? It's so pointless. And then there's the naked chick with very bad music playing over it. Very, very bad music. And then there's this moment where they're getting chased by these 3 or so many. There's lots of angels in this movie, a lot more than the other one, but there's multiple angels after them. And they just run around the corner, and they somehow have time to get undressed and dump all kinds of like exposition right there. It's like, weren't you guys just being chased 5 seconds ago? Where did they go? How did you lose them? Now you're in the open, in between like this apartment complex, like in this courtyard area, out in the open. Someone could see you, but no one does. And you got like this camera doing like this 360 like 20 times, and I about wanted to throw up. I don't get nauseous. I don't get dizzy that easy, but I was getting there. Another minute, and I would have been on the ground throwing up. And then so yeah, she takes off her clothes and she teases nudity. Fuck you. I mean, why even write that scene in there like that if you're not gonna show us some breast? So she's basically putting on this bright red dress, bleach white wig, and then she's getting chased by these angels. And then there's this funeral for the girl who got hit by the car in the opening, and the angels are right behind her, and she runs into this crowd. And when I say crowd, I mean like 20 or 30 people marching down this like dirt path to a cemetery in rows of like 3 or 4, and they somehow lose her, and it doesn't even look like they tried once. How did they lose a bright red shirt wearing person with a bleach white wig on, and everybody else is wearing black? Everybody looks Romanian. She looks like a fucking middle-aged Hannah Montana out in this goddamn funeral. How did they not find her? And now she's just hanging out in this church, and then the one halfway decent creepy, I guess, scene is when there's like all the lightning, it's dark, and you see like the shadow of the dead girl, and she's talking to her, and then like when the lightning flashes, you can see her face, but it looks odd. That's the only attempt at true horror in this whole fucking film. That's the only like decent atmosphere, but still just doesn't look good. But yeah, that's the only scene where it's like, oh, this kind of seems like something out of a horror movie. But this is not a horror movie at all. This whole franchise isn't really a horror franchise to me. It's just a fantasy genre, really, with angels and not even demons, really. So we see that Satan likes Twinkies. I wrote that down. He's eating Twinkies. Cool. And then she finds a dead girl, and then she gets betrayed by Dylan, and then she gets shanked in the park randomly. She's like John Wick now. She has to like look around because everybody at the park could be an angel, and then some guy just walks up and shanks her right in the gut and then in the shoulder because he doesn't know how to aim for the neck. And then we find out she's like a hybrid. She's half angel, half human. And then she gets chased to the roof of this building by Tony Todd, and then she gets shot by Dylan. I didn't see that coming. I thought he was gonna pull the traditional, like, I'm not going to shoot her, I'm going to shoot this guy I was working for, which was Tony Todd. But he doesn't. He shoots Kari's character, and then she falls off the roof in slow-mo. And there's so much slow-mo in this movie. There's tons of slow-mo shots in this film. This would have been like the only moment where it would have made sense, but they use it in all these other moments where it's just like, why is it there? You're like Mission Impossible 2 right now with all your slow-mo. And then yeah, all the pages are everywhere. Tony Todd's freaking out, like, no, I want the last page, and they don't number them, so I don't. And how am I gonna find out which is the last one? It's like, just grab them all, you fucking moron. Grab them all. You got powers, don't you? Like, to fly off the roof with your angel wings, grab all the pages. But no, this little Antichrist kid picks up the page, and I guess that means that the Armageddon's coming, right? Is that what that means? I don't know. I couldn't hear anything being said. And then, Kari, she falls off the roof with like tons of bullet holes in her. And then Simon, the angel from part 1, he's still like a figure of light, just like he was in part 4, because they couldn't get the other actor back, I guess, Eric Stoltz. So he resurrects Kari. She's like smiling on the ground. So whatever the fuck that means, I don't care if she's alive or dead. And so yeah, the Antichrist picks up the page and then walks off. Like, this was setting up some kind of sequel. I hope we never get it, unless somebody with a ton of talent is going to write and direct it. Not this guy, whoever the fuck this was, Joel Soisson, whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm done with this review. Nothing, no awards here, nothing else to say. Put your thoughts of it in the comments below, and I'm going to go watch some better movies. I got all kinds of movies. I got Dream House. I want to check this out. Heard lots of good things about it. rather watch Shaun of the Dead or Shivers or I Saw the Devil. I got all kinds of things I want to watch right now. So I'm going to go do that. So bye. Auf Wiedersehen.